Right. So yeah, today is all about the partner portal and the property sites. We've just updated the property site so that there's a couple more designs. It's pretty nicely integrated with the MLS, or at least it's able to pull all the info in from things like Zillow, just to make everything a little easier for your partners and just provide that little extra value. Uh, where I'll start is going to be in the partnerships tab. This is where your partners are going to be. And it actually, really, it does matter depending if they're on the partnerships tab or the mortgages, because partnerships is going to have the partner portal, whereas the mortgages tab is going to have the point of sale / borrower portal. That's where your borrowers are able to fill out the 1003, upload docs, check their status of where they are in the transaction. Whereas the partner, they're going to have a few other tools where they're able to submit you leads. They can create property sites. They can actually create web forms so that maybe in an open house, they just have it open on an iPad. That can all be done from the partner side. And so I guess to start, we'll just go into, first of all, how to get to the portal, and then just kind of show some of the tools that they can use. So on the, we'll go to John here. This is a standard partner view, should kind of default in the partnership info tab. To get to the portal, you would hit click to visit. If you're within your Bntouch account, partners, they can access it if you just invite them. I like to do it with the password, so you don't have to put it in manually. But we should already have this communication ready to go that essentially you can just send this to them. It already generates their login info. So all they have to do is click the link and put the info in, and that's good to go. But what that portal looks like, it's going to be something like this here. They do have the ability to add their info, and this is going to be helpful for co-branding on marketing, and you'll see on the property site how it kind of shows up here. But yeah, they can have all of their info put in here. The dashboard is basically showing their most recently updated transactions. This is going to show essentially if you were to update things in your Bntouch, it should relay to them, assuming that they're tied on all these transactions. So it should be a direct copy of all these transactions. They're going to see them in here. That goes for sharing communication, milestones. I guess if we went to this borrower here, we can see, okay, they were submitted to processing here. You can potentially share documents if you'd like. And then the tracker, you're able to share communication. If you take a note in the borrower record, you hit share with a specific partner, and they're going to be able to give you some back and forth here. It's almost like a mini CRM for your partners. Couple other things here. They can submit leads, which one of my favorite tools. They can say, okay, we have Greg, borrower, and here's all the information that they can submit. Here's their situation. They also have a mobile app version of this, by the way, so they can just have it on their phone. But that's going to be called Mortgage Circles, all one word, in the App Store or Google Play. But yeah, when they hit submit, lead comes in right away under your mortgages tab, and it should tie them to the transaction as well. So super powerful, really makes it, I don't know, convenient for, I guess, if they are using the portal, it's all going to come in like this. I guess to answer that question, this will be recorded, but I'll just keep posting this YouTube link. It's basically the full official walkthrough of the property site specifically. On our YouTube channel, you'll also find other webinars that have been recorded and other walkthroughs, so it's a really good resource there. They can submit open house forms or create open house forms. And I'm just kind of going through this in case nobody really knows about the portal. But yeah, if maybe they're at an open house, they have an iPad open, they can just say, okay, we want people to fill out their first name, last name, phone number, email, and maybe some comments of what they're looking for, whatever the case. All those leads can be directly brought into your CRM as those potential buyers are filling those forms out. So it's nice to have it all accessible here. But what we kind of came here for is the property sites. So I've already created a couple examples. We're going to start from scratch. To do that, we're going to pull stuff from Zillow. So we can pick anywhere. I mean, whatever the property is, obviously you'd plug that in, but maybe we'll, I don't know, this one looks cool. So essentially what we'll do is we will pull some information. So we'll hit add new property site and we'll put the information in. This is Vancouver, Washington. So I'm just gonna type that in. The address, basically just pulling it all here. And this is actually what your partners can do. This is how they can make these property sites. You can also create this for them just by doing what I'm doing here. But yeah, what we'll do is hit create site. So this gives us kind of our first step where we're able to start building the property site here. Property name, this is really just, I don't know, you could use the address or, I don't know, cool house, whatever the name. We'll say nice house. And we could even put this for short sales pitch, just kind of a descriptor, just so you know which house you're doing. We'll call it something different for fun. 2 mil house. We use the URL, and this is actually going to pull most of this data from the URL, just so we know. We can plug in certain information, like I would say, okay, it's got this square foot. So you'll just kind of adjust this here. You can see, okay, how many garages. We'll say 5 for fun. Obviously, you would plug in the right information, but that's about it. Community, I guess it's we'll say Raspberry Fields. I'm doing this for time's sake, but what we'll do is hit add. Should bring all this information in. And it's going to give you kind of a default view here. This is where it's going to ask, okay, what images do you want to bring in? You can import or upload other ones. I guess I picked maybe not the best one because this only has, okay, it has a couple. So you could save these. You can import these. Maybe we just want these. And that's going to add them into the page so that you can actually see it. That's done. Then we hit next. You can check all of these, whatever you want to have on the page. You can eliminate some of these, but again, for time's sake, we'll probably just select all of these for the most part. And we hit next. And now you get to see, okay, which design do we want? I'll just do this one. It's my favorite out of these, but all of these new ones are going to be available as well. And this is going to give you the full preview. It takes a little second to load sometimes, but yeah, this is essentially what it puts together. You can shorten it up. I mean, you have full reign over whatever you want to do here, but yeah, all of these basically populate the information. So area details, it's all linked up with kind of the URL and everything. So it's going to show those details. And for whatever reason, it didn't bring over the most of the images. So I'm going to go into one of these other pre-built ones I've done just to show most of it. Because there's also kind of like an image gallery here. They can flip through. It's just pretty nicely laid out. This one I imported 111 images. The more you do, the longer it takes to kind of update that. But yeah, that's all going to be here. And on the location, yeah, there we go. That's what it should look like here. So you're going to have really, I mean, it's pulled from Google in this case. So you have all these different items, area details, same deal. It'll be co-branded with that partner that created the page, or if you did it on behalf of them, we can have that. And then, yeah, loan comparison. So there's this whole calculator here. We can kind of work on payments, principal, rates. So yeah, you can adjust that just to get an idea of what the situation is. And then, yeah, there's your information as the LO, as the main contact here. So, I mean, yeah, a little bit of plugging in, but it's going to populate everything, and it's, yeah, pretty nicely laid out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you can have as many pages as you want, but it's essentially pulling from the Zillow page. Any questions? Okay, we got one. Yeah, so it just has to have a URL. The only example that I've seen or tried out is basically the Zillow one. That's actually a good question. I might have to ask our support team and get back to you on that. Brian, I have your info, so I'll send you a message on that. But otherwise, yeah, it's pretty much just pulling from whatever's on the website there. So, but again, I have the full YouTube here, which I'll copy it again. It's got the whole official walkthrough of, let's see. All right. Yep. So yeah, let's see. So I'll have to ask our support team on that because I'm not sure. I'm just kind of relaying what I pulled from our official YouTube walkthrough that I posted in the chat. That is a good question. Would this require the realtor to have a paid subscription to be in touch? No. In fact, it's all based on them just having a contact record within the partnerships tab. That is going to give them access to the portal, and they're able to create these right from that portal. Yep. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else. It's, the biggest upgrade I would say is the layout and the ability to pull that data from really just the URL. So that's really what I wanted to kind of show here, but just a little bit about the portal as well. So, but yeah, this is all part of the standard subscription of Bntouch. So if you were to be a Bntouch user, you can provide portals to all your partners and borrowers for that matter. That's going to be a full point of sale where you can collect a 1003, they can upload docs, all that kind of stuff. Yes. So if we go into, I want to see what the options are here. So we have the, I think, trying to think because it's just post or pulling that from the address, but then you have the direct URL. Yeah, I'll have to double check on that. I know that's a pretty important thing to know. But yeah, I guess in the nature of trying to keep this short and sweet, probably wrap it up here. And then any questions, I mean, you got support@bntouch.com. That's probably going to be the best bet for anything specific on these. And then I'll put my email as well. If you want to talk to me directly, that works. We have, yeah, so yeah, all users can supply their partners with this access. It's just a matter of them inviting them to the portal, which they can do from the partnerships tab. You click on a contact and then you invite with the password is typically the best way. As far as pushing this info, you could really just copy the URL like this. You can put that on social media. You can send it via email, however you want to do it. You could also put this link in maybe, I guess, having it come full circle, maybe John creates an open house form with first name, last name, and so on. Anybody that fills out that form, it's going to be tied to that address. And so you could have a campaign with that specific property site link saying, hey, thanks for checking out this property. I'm here to answer any questions. That's probably the best way to use it. Cool. Well, yeah, again, support at bntouch.com, or I put my email in the chat. There's the YouTube link. That's kind of the official walkthrough. But yeah, we will put this recording up at least somewhere. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. And then, yeah, I appreciate you guys jumping on here. We will keep doing these webinars. I think every month is the schedule. So just be on the lookout.